must weight train correctly to maximize body fat loss. And it's a matter of increasing fat-burning hormones by using highly dense training sessions. And to achieve the greatest release of fat-burning hormones, there's several things that need to be accomplished. A challenging weight load must be used. There must be relatively short rest periods between sets. And the repetition tempo, or the speed of the rep, needs to be controlled in a scientific manner to increase the duration, the length of the sets. And it's not quite as simple as just cranking out a bunch of reps and working hard. As I often tell clients or new clients, there's a big difference between kind of exercising, just going through the motions, and training for a specific purpose. When a lot of people read articles that I've written and see that there's short rest periods, they kind of resort to some traditional tactics, like 3 sets of 10, using one exercise in a row. That doesn't make sense. In order to maximize the output that the muscles can achieve, so to speak, and in correlation, the increasing in fat-burning hormones, you've got to have a high level of performance. So for example, we may combine a pushing exercise and then a short rest period and then a pulling exercise. And by situating the exercises that way, the nervous system recovers more quickly between sets, which allows for a higher weight load per rep under control using the proper form. And as a result, there's a much bigger release in fat-burning hormones. I believe that female clients can double or even triple their rate of fat-burning progress when they're applying the correct weight training program, interval sprint program, and nutrition plan. There's definitely a powerful synergy that's formed between all 3 of those. The interval sprints are a very interesting idea, concept, so to speak, that I've used with many different clients. All sorts of venues can be used. Of course, traditional running can be used. That's not a good venue for everybody. We've used swimming. We've used explosive, medicine ball throws that Dr. Serrano demonstrated on another recent video. And actually, that's a great system because it's very time efficient, very hard, and also great for getting in some additional core work. But just like the weight training program, the interval sprint program also must change frequently in a strategic manner. It's not just hopping from one machine to another and increasing the time length over time so you're doing like 2 hours a day. That's nonsense. The program should be intense, and a good interval sprint program is done 2 to 3 times per week, with the sessions lasting no more than 30 minutes, including a warm-up. Nobody can maintain a really high level of quality, and I measure that by intensity, for a long session, unless it's somebody who's an experienced track athlete or something of that nature. The leaner you are, the more important the program design becomes from the perspective of weight training and interval sprints, and also the design of the diet. Because you're not just trying to lower body fat levels, you're also trying to chip away at some of those stubborn body fat areas, and those are typically correlated to elevations of certain hormones. That could be cortisol, could be poor insulin sensitivity. There's many things going on there. And shutting off the fat storage receptors is another very powerful approach for helping to reduce body fat in the legs, in particular. For women it accumulates more so in the midsection for men. But you can turn these fat storage receptors on, as I say, elevated stress levels, turn them on like a Christmas tree. So there's ways to control stress through a multifaceted approach of nutrition, proper rest, not overtraining, meaning the programs have to be designed correctly, using proper supplementation such as the 100% MR and the muscle synthesis to accelerate recovery. All of these multifaceted things done together to keep the stress levels low, and as a result, we have a very good chance of turning the fat storage receptors off at that time. Please call or email me 7 days a week. I would be happy to discuss your situation and goals and offer you suggestions that you can take away from that call or email conversation that you can apply right now. And certainly we can put together a personalized program, a comprehensive training, nutrition, and supplementation approach, interval sprint approach that will fit your specific needs and goals to double or even possibly triple your rate of progress. Scott@infinityfitness.com, and you can also reach me by phone at